Hi everybody, this is Beach Cricket, and of course I'm in Shadow Bay, and I've had a few people, I have covered this subject many times, but I have had a request to give you some benefits of living a nomadic life, okay? So I've written a few notes here so that I'm trying to get centralized here so that I can cover them well for you. They are really varied. And, I've given you a lot of times in past videos my viewpoints on what I think are the best reasons for living this lifestyle. Mine is mostly for the freedom and adventure. I just love having a set of wheels, living in it, and being able to go to all these places on a heart's desire, on a whim, whatever. That's my big just force inside me for being nomadic. But nomadics have been prominent in history. I mean, it's not like it's something really new in our history, because we have a long, long history of being nomads, because that's how we started out, with very little and we had to go gather, hunt, and survive. So it was a survival issue, and so that's been in our history for a long time. And when you look at it from that viewpoint, we're doing the same thing. We're learning how to survive, and so we're learning survival skills. And I encourage y'all to look on YouTube and check out some of the channels, like let's see, I Love Carbon Steel is really a good one with Dave on that channel. There are so many different ones out there that show you all kinds of different ways to survive, and it's really fun to watch. It's entertaining, and it's interesting, and it's just good to be a little proactive on all kinds of different ways to know how to survive. But we have this respected type of living, because that's how we all started out, is emerging now, and it's becoming a new, modern, emerging kind of society in a way, and there are so many of us out here doing this, and we all have our reasons for wanting to live this lifestyle. But it's up and coming, and now more than ever, it's easier to be able to sustain a life, as a nomad. One of the reasons is because of technology. Technology out here is just abundant to help you be able to maintain connections and have a job. Like, there's a bunch of techies out there and artists that use the internet so that they can communicate and do all their services online, so that they can survive and do it that way. And there are many forms of being a nomadic, having a nomadic life, like being backpackers and RVers, vanners, schoolies, and even the people that like to get on a jet and just go travel. They have more money than I do, but it would be fun. Come on, those are a type of nomadic person, because a lot of them save up money and they go on jobs too. So they do different things too that way, and they're able to go to all different types of places via jet. Let's see. The major benefit of living in nature is really, being nomadic, is to be clutter-free. And, I don't know about you, and I'm in a bigger rig than I normally am, but even when I was in Cinnamon Girl, my van, freeing the house and all the stuff in it, because I have videos back from when I started and I was doing all this stuff, and you can see where I downsized and what all I was doing. Every time I did that, I was free. It made me freer of all the stuff. And so being clutter free enables you to be freer. you don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff and keeping it up and clean and all that kind of mess. So it's using the bare essentials in this lifestyle that give you the freedom. So it's the less is more analogy. You know, the less you have, the more you have to be able to really experience your life. So, and it's cheaper living. Now, a lot of people are like, really? Yeah, it really is. I mean, you don't have the mortgage, you don't have the rent, you don't have all the electric and, you know, all the different things that come with running a household. You go for all that and you have all those utilities, and it's an awful lot of money. And that's the main source of the larger portion of your income is where you live. So by downsizing and going into a nomadic way of living, whether it be backpacking or in a vehicle, you are going to substantially, you know, have that money as a big bonus for yourself, you know. And so that just is another element to a lot of people wanting to live nomadic, is just saving the money and living cheaper and being able to have the money to their own access that they want to use it as. And the ultimate, this is me, the ultimate geographic freedom. You know, I mean, it was so exciting when I took off over 2 years ago, and I had all these things in my head and in my heart that I wanted to go see and do. Oh, I was just so excited, like a kid, you know. I was like, I'm finally going to see the redwoods. I'm going to get to see Niagara Falls. I'm going to get to see Grand Canyon, you know, all this stuff. And then because you don't know everything, you get out there and you learn and you find out all these other cool places that are out there. Like, I didn't know about Glacier, and wow, is Glacier National Park an absolute must to go visit. It's fantastic. And I just found all kinds of other places. Acadia National Park in Maine was another big surprise for me. So, and then upper state New York, just driving through there in the Poconos and seeing the beautiful homes up there in the vineyards, and it was just gorgeous. I was surprised by many, many, many things as I traveled across the United States and saw all these things. So the geographical freedom just is it's just huge. It's just so wonderful to finally be able to see this great, wonderful big USA of, you know, it's just, we have so much here, and a lot of us stay in these little places and we work hard. We're in a box, we're chained, you know. I mean, we see no way out. And you know, I just had to find a way out. So if the nomadic lifestyle is kind of, you know, it's kind of reaching towards you, you're thinking about it and you're thinking, maybe I could do that. You know, look at all these different things of what you want to do in your life. And if it's something that you want to do and explore, and you think that you can fit this kind of avenue, I would highly recommend doing it, because it has given me a whole, I don't know, essence of myself again. Because before, I felt like I was working every day, day in, day out, same routine. I would try to change it up. I would try to go on little trips here and there. It just wasn't the same. I wasn't free. And so this enables me to be free. So if you feel the same way, I would encourage you to do it. Let's see. And just like this, I just touched this little point here. It just says that you can follow your fantasies and make them happen. And that's what I've done. It's easier to stay connected now, being a nomad. There is social networking, so it's so prevalent. And there's so many different technical aspects on our gear, like our cell phones, and the plans that offer so much that we can live out here and do what we want to do and not be out of touch. I think a lot of people are fearful of losing their friends and losing their contact with their loved ones and relatives. and it's really easy now. When I first started out in you know, a couple of years ago, I didn't know a lot about the whole aspect of you know, Wi-Fi and doing all that kind of stuff. I was just like everybody else, you know, had the internet at home. You know, I had really never used Wi-Fi going out, you know, and you had limited data on your phone, so, you know, you knew what you couldn't do. But now you can get unlimited on your data, and I'll touch on this. This is something that I just recently just decided to do at Walmart. Not pushing Walmart or anything, but you know, this is a good deal. At Straight Talk at Walmart, I went and got a Stylo LG3 phone, and it's an Android. I love Androids. I had an iPhone before, and it was okay, but I just prefer, me just personally, I prefer the Androids. I like them better. I like everything about them. So anyway, they have this phone at Walmart that does everything. It has anything you can think of. It does. It's wonderful. But more so, the Straight Talk plan that they have there is $45, I believe, for unlimited. It might be 55. I can't remember. But anyway, nonetheless, it's unlimited data, everything, and so you can't beat that. I don't have to worry about running out of data. You know, streaming, I can watch anything I want to watch on YouTube, Netflix, anything. So I always have data. It's just, everything is unlimited. So it's just wonderful for me. It fits what I need to do, and I'm really thrilled with that. And Straight Talk is through Verizon, and so they use their satellites. So it's a very, very stable and good, you know, source. I have used Straight Talk for, gosh, I've used it the last 2 years. This phone has enabled me to do more because it's got a tethering thing, and it's got the hotspot on it and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to worry about, I can connect my laptop to it here and work on my laptop and don't even have to move, you know, so that's great. And then when my friends, if they ever need to do something, I just hook them up, and you know, then they're good. But I encourage you to check out that plan because it saved me huge, and it's been a game changer in my nomadic life, because now I can actually watch movies, you know, movies, that's the key, plural, because before I would be able to maybe watch one movie and then, you know, that was it, you know, to stream out my time, because I only had 10 gigs before. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in. That is a key thing with being nomadic out here, is being able to be comfort and have the connections so that you don't feel, you know, like you are just suffering out here. Because when I first started out, I didn't know how to do a lot of things, and I would be you know, I hadn't learned a lot. You know, you get out on the road, you're learning, and even though you watch all these videos and stuff, you can only buy so much stuff to get your, you know, your gear and everything ready in your vehicle. So, you know, I was sitting there half the time with a flashlight and reading a book when, you know, it didn't have to be that sparse. And so that's just a little tip there, okay? This nomadic lifestyle, it exposes yourself to new cultures and thoughts, traditions, morals, and experiences. I cannot tell you how many different cultures that I have run into, because I've been to all 48 states, and I was just amazed. The different places throughout the United States that, you know, different Indian cultures and just other aspects. I just won't go into all of them. But it was interesting, and it was fun, and even the stores, how they centered around these cultures was very interesting. So it's an eye-opener. You're always learning. So, you know, that's a really good thing. So nomadic living also is a new constant contact element. A lot of people go work, and they come home, and they're in their house, and they sit there, and they don't really have any contact with anybody. A lot of people don't even go out. They're just going back and forth in a shuffle. And this makes you have kind of a push toward making some contact, which is good. I mean, it's really good for you to get out there and to learn and see and experience, you know. So that's another good aspect of being nomadic. Now, our basic needs are, you know, it's food, shelter, water. And if you have a vehicle doing the nomadic lifestyle, you know, fuel and insurance and having campsites would be also factored in on there. So then you filter in your comforts like I did discuss just a few minutes ago. And that fits you. You know, you've got to, you know, like somebody might not want a mirror in their rig. I'm a girl, you know, I like to have a mirror. You know, but somebody might not want a clock, you know. I didn't have a clock for the longest time. I just recently got a clock, and it's more so that I can meet up with friends and stuff, or, you know, to see what time. And then I was working for the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, too. I volunteered for this winter season, so, you know, I had to know what time it was. You know, of course, I can look on my cell phone, but it's just easier when you wake up and look and go, oh, need to take care of that or whatever. So I'm hoping that this cleared up a lot of things and made you think a little bit, because the nomadic lifestyle is a wonderful ancestral heritage that we all have. It's in a new modern age now, but it's a natural for all of us to get out here, explore, and have adventures and learn and be social too. You know, I mean, all the aspects of that is there. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. So get out there, wake up and live, have adventures, enjoy your life, because it's yours. All right, bye-bye.